Hello and welcome to your astrological vibrations for Thursday, July 14th, 2022 by Gaia Blooming. I'm Mimi and our energy mantra for today is I allow myself to feel the revolution moving through me. And today we have our sun moving to 22 degrees, our final evolution day of sun in Cancer. Master level day. Coming off this full moon, there may be some full moon over feels going on. It always kind of feels just like a little hangover after the moon, after the full moon, a little sleepy. So let yourself rest. Be gentle with yourself as you move through that energy. That being said, we have the moon moving into Aquarius today. The moon is going to move in at 1:13 a.m. Pacific time, and the moon in Aquarius is making the connections for the day. We're going to have the moon squaring Mars. We've got Mars in Taurus relatively early in the day or earlier in the day, and then we have the moon connecting to Jupiter. Now, moon in Aquarius can always bring really strong electrical vibrations. A lot of times when the moon moves into Aquarius, it can spike sleeplessness, spike nervous system response. So be aware of that. And on top of that, we do have the sun and Mercury building into a conjunction. I think they reached that conjunction on, is it Sunday? Oh, no, it's going to be Saturday afternoon. So between those two things, we may find the mental electrical energies starting to spike today. In that, it's so important to be aware of what your personal thoughts and vibrations are doing. I, especially during Cancer season, like to be very vigilant about my thoughts. Even though Cancer is about the feelings, I have found this pattern within myself that my thoughts can just cycle amazing stories that I feel my way through. And gosh, sometimes I just really don't need to. I really don't need to tell that story and feel my way through it. But I have many times. And so especially with this really strong electrical and mental energy, I personally am going to be holding a lot of awareness for myself, my thoughts, and my stories over the next few days. Moon in Aquarius squaring Mars. That Mars in Taurus is like, stay grounded, stay grounded, stay grounded, stay grounded. And, and the moon Aquarius is like, whee! That's the feeling of that in that square, the fight in yourself to stay grounded, and the part of yourself is like, I will be hopping from cloud to cloud to cloud. I am happy to be out of here. No thank you, right? And there's a space for both. I think, that cloud hopping, that's the space of ideas. That's the space of inspiration. And so calling down the inspiration, but being grounded enough to take aligned action, Mars and Taurus, aligned action to the inspiration. So we can get these energies working together, but that grounding is going to be important, even if you, while still tethered, decide to wee. Moon and Jupiter. Did I say Jupiter in Aquarius? I may have said Jupiter in Aquarius. Jupiter in Aries. So Moon in Aquarius, Jupiter in Aries connection. Again, lots of inspiration. This is really interesting because this is something that I've been pondering. I saw a post somebody made about, something about being an individual and how that's a problem of society, that we think too much of individual. And I don't know if that's a problem or not. What I do know is that there's balance. I think Libra, or the lesson of Libra, is one of the most important lessons to learn. The thing of balance. Because you can go so far as an individual and not recognize the billions of others who are on the planet. And you can go so far to taking care of the billions on the planet that you're not taking care of your individual self. And I'm feeling that in this connection. Jupiter, Chiron, and Aries both are reminding us that who we are is so important. To be yourself, to take action from the place of like, I am. This isn't ego, this isn't the id, this isn't about selfishness. It's just who you are, like the you that you came in to like fully live, fully activate to, live your mission, right? That part of yourself. So here we have that Jupiter essence, which is just expanding, a reminder of that. And then Moon in Aquarius. And Aquarius is so interesting because it is about community. It is about group energy. And yet Aquarius is ruled by Uranus, the rebel. And so again, there's this sense of the individual taking this action that is beneficial to the group, that comes from you being you. So we're feeling that in that connection. And that feels like the overall essence of today. Beyond all the mental minutia going on, can you connect into who you are, who you came here to be, and recognize that you doing that is so supportive to the world as a community? The world needs your gifts. The world needs you as you. And so finding where that balance may be. Like, are you somebody who's tending to the billions? Or are you somebody who's so focused on yourself that you don't necessarily recognize the billions? Finding your balance, but still at the same time recognizing who you are. Like, the universe is so into that. So it's really important to activate and embrace that energy. So again, like I mentioned, watch out for the incoming mental energies. I do have three swords cards, 3 mental cards: mind, rebirth, which is the 10 of swords, and guilt. And the 10 of swords is like, all right, there's some stuff that's over, like, and we get to start anew in this. And this might be like these old patterns, these old mental patterns. Are you ready to let them go? Are you ready to like stop dwelling there? And this card to me feels like support of that. The celebration card. I dubbed this card a few different things. Hard times require furious dancing. So there may be some dancing needed today to move some of this stuff through. But I always call this card as well, I get by with a little help from my friends. And so you may need some friend support to support you in not getting stuck in the dwelling. But the universe is like, don't worry, you're ready for this. And I think that you're going to get from this card, I think you're going to get some, like, if you are able to move on, some really positive reinforcement from the universe. So be looking for whether it's a fruit that drops on your path or a special bird or something that's like a sign to you, the universe patting you on the back being like, dig you, you're doing good. So leaving that here for today. You can book a reading with me. Email me, mimiclark@gmail.com. And besides that, the better it gets, the better it gets. There's more than enough love in the world for you. You have the power, and honor your values. Namaste.